All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Morning Movement and Mobility. And you might be wondering why it's morning movement and mobility in the afternoon. And the reason is I usually do this in the morning. Again, my name is Henry Byer with Strong for Life. And I have been doing these morning movement and mobility sessions in the morning for, I don't know, a couple months now, I think. I don't remember exactly when I started. But for the last 10 days or so, I've been sidelined with a nasty sinus infection. And this is the first one of these that I've done since a week ago Monday. So it's been a while. And I've only done a couple of these sessions on my own since then as well. And I was not able to do one this morning because of some logistics with my wife. So I'm doing it this afternoon just to get one rolling, and should be doing one tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, depending on, or Saturday morning. That's depending on this weekend. Tomorrow, my son starts spring break, so we have a plan to go skiing, and I don't know exactly when we're going to be leaving. So Saturday morning is in question. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to try and make it tomorrow morning. Still, the mornings are a little rough for me because of this sinus infection that I've had, and because of the daylight savings. The hour leap ahead of time has got me a little out of whack as well. But anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks. We got YouTube and Facebook Live people over here, and you guys are my Instagram viewers. So thanks for being here. Thanks for catching the replay if you catch it later on. And today it's just going to be nice and mellow. We're going to do a few of our movement exercises, and I'm going to move this camera a little forward, and then we're going to do some warm-up exercises. Then we're going to do sun salutation routine, and that's going to be about it. So let's just begin with some arm swings here. This is just easy arm swings. Do about 5 of them, and then do a double knee bend like that. And we'll do about 25 of these. So I think that's another round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom. One more set. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bend. All right. Good. And then just spinning the torso, letting the arms swing. Very relaxed, easy, loose tension in the arms. As you turn to the right, lift up your left heel. As you turn to the left, lift up your right heel just a little bit. Doing about 25 of these, though I never count the number that I do. I just sort of feel like, okay, that's enough of those. And then we move on to the next exercise. So the front hand just gets gently guided to the collarbone area, and the rear hand gently guided to your kidney area. Otherwise, your arms are just like noodles. All right, good. So that was about 25, I think. And now we have our second arm swing exercise, which I'll demonstrate first. It's 3-count exercise. So 1, 2, 3. It's like a basketball shot. On this last one, you're coming up on your toes, extending your ankles, knees, hips, elbow or shoulders, elbows, and wrists. But instead of shooting up high, you're just going out about eye level. 1, 2, 3. So 2 is this bent arm, and then 3 is where you extend. So about 25 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So shake that out, and then we'll do another round of the torso arm swinging exercise. Torso rotating arm swinging exercise. Just nice and easy as you feel warmer and build up some momentum. You can go faster, but you don't want to overdo this. You just are nicely just letting the spine rotate around its axis a little bit here. Keep your eyes forward, head forward. All right, that's pretty good. We'll keep that one there. All right, so let's do some shoulder rolls. So roll in the shoulders backwards. Both shoulders at the same time, kind of lifting them up so they kind of become earrings and then dropping them down. And good. Now do forwards, both shoulders forward. Like that. And then backwards, alternating backwards, left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah. And then forwards, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Good. And then just a few arm swings out to the side like this. Be sure you mix up, alternate which arms on top, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. All right, good. Shake that out. Now, this is similar to the shoulder roll, but we're just going to have our arms out in front of us. And this is like a camming action where you're rolling your shoulders back and then you go forwards. It's a little different. It's a little more challenging because you have your arms out in front. I actually have never done this exercise. I just saw this recently and I thought, why not try it out? It's about the same, but I think because with that extra leverage, because of your arms out there, you really feel it a little bit more in those shoulders. Okay. So we did some good shoulder exercises. Now we're going to do a couple of cat and cows. So cat and cow, I like doing these on the knees, hands and knees. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And the cow is you're creating this arch. This is an extension arch in your back. So you're kind of accentuating this lumbar curve in your back. Head up. And then, so this is cow. And then cat is that black cat arched back like this. And I typically curl my toes under for this one. And we're just going to go back and forth between these two about 10 times. I like this one better than the standing version, One, because it gets you moving up and down, and it just seems to, I just feel it better doing this than doing a standing version of this exercise. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, in this position, kind of this cow position, actually, instead of being accentuating the arch, just kind of squeeze your glutes a little bit and neutralize your spine, make your spine more neutral here and not exaggerating the lower lumbar curve there. And then just keeping your elbows straight. Basically, they're like scapular push-ups. You're just kind of moving your chest up and down like this. This is another fact that I like, why I like this going into cat and cow is because of this. So that's good. And now widen your knees a little bit and then sit back into a squat and then come forward. And you're just going to rock back and forth. And the key here is if you put your hand in your lower back, at some point, you'll feel your back start to move. When you're here, your back will just stay, there'll be no movement in your back. And then at some point, as your hips will start to tuck under and they'll create some movement in your lower back here. You want to just go to right before that happens. That's as far as you want to go, and then come forward. And each time, try and get a little bit forward. And one way that you can do that is by squeezing your hip flexors right in here. Your hip flexors are on the front, and they pull your pelvis to the front of your pelvis down towards the top of your leg. And by purposely squeezing those, you'll be able to get a little bit further back in this squat. And then we just go back in here just a few times. Yeah. Learning to squat is so important. Having a healthy squat is really important for just general health and well-being as we get older. And this is something you want to do every day. Okay, so now on this last one, we're just going to sit back in that spot and then, excuse me, it's a little bit of that sinus chest cold nonsense. So head nodding, head up and down. These are not strenuous exercises, but they're fantastic for improving mobility and flexibility. Okay, so we're making our way down. One of the exercises we haven't done are side bends here. So let's just do a few side bends. And when we're working on mobility, we're really just taking what the body has to offer at this point in time. We're not really trying to stretch. We're just gently moving in and out of position. And each time we might just get a little bit more range of motion out of it. And that's totally cool. All right. So now we're down to our hips. And we're going to do, I'll stand a little bit to the side here. So basically we're going to do pelvic tilts. So this is tilting the pelvis backwards and then tilting it forward. So tilting it backwards is kind of like a hip thrust here, and the pelvis gets tilted to the rear. And then as you stick your butt out and accentuate this lumbar arch, you're tilting your pelvis forward. And it's important to be able to do this. A lot of people are frozen in the hips here, and they can't move their pelvis without moving their upper body. So they'll lean forward like this with the pelvis, and they'll lean back with the pelvis. And we want to disengage the pelvis here and be able to move it while our spine stays in the same position. And doing this will help us control our pelvis during exercises like the squat and the deadlift and things like that. And then we can go side to side. So boom. So this is tilting the pelvis like that, and then like that. Side to side, just like that. Really, really good. I'm just taking our time through this. Haven't done this in a week to 10 days or more. So now we're going to do this in combination. So we're going to go thrust, side, butt back, side, thrust, back. All right. We'll go around here a few times and then go the other direction. All the sitting we do, driving and sitting at work, sitting to eat, sitting to watch a movie or whatever, all these things make this area super stiff. And that's why we want to work on this. Now, we're going to just do another hip exercise where this is the hula hoop exercise. You just let your arms hang down below you, and then you're just making circles, hula hoop circles with your hips like this. Go in one direction and then go in the other direction. All right. Awesome. That's good. Now we're going to do a breathing exercise. We're going to do, 5 of these or so. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bend over, going to push your hips back, and then just let your upper body fold over. Breathe in as you do this. Breathe in through your nose, and then lift your body, open your arms, and exhale through your mouth. And then just repeat. Not trying to force or stretch or anything, just trying to round through the back. Trying to get some movement at each of your vertebrae through your back to make a nice round back. You just push your hips back. Inhale through your nose, let your head hang, make everything hang, and then stand up. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, and hopefully you get a little bit more. You're able to get a little bit lower each time. And the more you do this, the longer you do this, it'll just gently give you a stretch, and you'll eventually should be able to touch your hands to the floor. Okay, now we're going to begin sun salutation, and we've taken a nice long time to get here. So we're going to do 6 or 8 of each of the exercises. Except for the Hindu squats, we'll do double that. So 12 or 16 for the Hindu squats. So just follow along as best you can. If you're new to this, watch the first one, and then you can continue, and then you can join in. So stand, begin with your feet together, clasp your hands in as prayer pose, and then swing your arms behind you. And as you reach back over your head, over your head, breathe in through your nose. And then as you fold over, exhale. Opposite of what we were doing. Step back with your right foot, lift your chest, inhale. Trying to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose every time. Then step back into downward dog. So you're folding here. So you're exhaling. And then you're going to come through into a push-up position, lower yourself to the ground, point your toes, You're going to lift your chest into this cobra pose. You're going to inhale. And then you're going to push back into downward dog. So you're folding again. Exhale. Step forward with your left foot. Chest up. Inhale. Step forward with your left foot. You're folded. Exhale. And stand up. So every time you're opening your chest, you're inhaling. And every time you're folding over, you're exhaling. That was 1 rep. Exhale. Step back with your left foot this time. Chest up. Inhale. Step back with your right foot. Exhale. Come forward. Lower yourself to the ground. Point your toes. Lift your chest. Inhale. Push back into downward dog. Exhale. Step forward with the right foot. Chest up. Inhale. Step forward with the left foot. Exhale and stand. That's 2 reps. I think we'll just be doing 6. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stand up. Always have to adjust forward each time. Inhale. Exhale. Step back with the left foot. Downward dog. Exhale. Pushing the hips up, pushing away from your hands. Heels down. Come forward. Chest up. Inhale through your nose. Push back into downward dog. Exhale. Step forward with your right foot. Chest up. Inhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last rep. Inhale. Fold over. Exhale. Step back with your left foot. Inhale. Step back with your right foot into downward dog. Exhale. Come forward. Lower yourself to your stomach. Point your toes. Lift your chest. Inhale. Push back into downward dog. Exhale. Step forward with your right foot. Chest up. And then step forward with your left foot. Exhale. And so that is the sun salutation routine. Now we're going to do Hindu push-ups. We're going to do 6 Hindu push-ups, and I'll show you a couple variations for these. The first one is sort of the baseline version. So you get into downward dog like this, hips up, heels down, pushing away. You scoop into upward dog. So you're supporting your weight on your hands and your toes. Chest up, shoulders down, and then push back again like that. A slightly easier version is from downward dog to come into the push-up position, go down, and then push in, move into downward dog like that. And then back, like so. Boom, 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 like that. The next, an even easier version is you can come down to your knees, then down to your stomach, then up into upward dog, and then back. So knees down like that. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like to walk my feet forward with straight legs. It's a nice stretch. And see how far I can get towards my hands. Then I bend my knees and stand up. Okay, so that was our Hindu push-up. Now we have the Hindu squat. I'll show you the unassisted version first, and then I'll show you the assisted version. So we do double the number of reps for the Hindu squat as the rest of the exercises. So this will be 12. So you start with your feet about hip widths apart, toes pointed out. You drop down like this. 1, and you come up. So down, arms back. It's 3 count exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. If doing the hands free, you could say unassisted Hindu squat might be too challenging. You can use the back of a chair. You can use a table, a broom handle. I have this PVC pipe. About chest height is pretty good for where your hands want to be. Again, feet hip widths apart, and you just go down, and then you just pull on whatever instrument you're using for support to help you stand up. And just use enough so that you're able to do the exercise smoothly without losing your balance. So we'll do 12 of these. Let me stand forward here. Okay. 1, 2. Once your torso upright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the torso is upright. Okay. So, I just did 10. We got a couple more. 11, 12. All right. Now we have thoracic bridge. So thoracic bridge is, I'll demonstrate, and then I'll show you an easier version. So you're going to sit down on your bum. Your knees are going to be bent about 90 degrees at the knees. Feet flat on the ground, supporting your upper body weight with your palms of your hands, with your fingers pointing away from you. So in my case, they're pointing towards the back wall. And then we squeeze our glutes and lift our hips like that. Okay, that's 1 rep. Now, this position, if you haven't done these before, can be uncomfortable on the arms. And if that's the case, you can just straighten your legs out and inch away from your arms and get into a position where you're getting a slight bit of discomfort in your arms, and just feel that stretch. And the more you do it, the easier that'll become. And then you can eventually move into doing this thoracic bridge. The key here is really squeezing your butt muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that is, we've hit 30 minutes. So we're going to wrap this up here. Normally on a day, on a normal morning, we might go into some dynamic flexibility and then some static flexibility drills here. It just depends on the time. But we just moved through today, just nice and slow, just trying to get back into it, for me at least, after being off for 10 days now from doing this. So I just wanted to have a nice mellow, do a little bit of movement. And this is something that we do every day in the morning to prepare the body for the day ahead. And the more you do it, the looser, the more supple, the more mobile, the more flexible your body becomes. And we, as I said, we include some other exercises in here. On Saturdays, typically we do a longer 1-hour session and get more stuff in there. And then Monday through Friday, it's a 30-minute session that starts at typically 6:30 or 8:30 Eastern time, 6:30 here in Colorado. And you're welcome to join anytime you want. And I want to thank you for being here. Thank you, YouTube and Facebook viewers. Thank you, replay viewers and Instagram livers and Instagram replayers. Thank you for being here as well. Again, my name is Henry Byer with Strong for Life, and this has been another episode of Morning Movement and Mobility. So I'm going to plan on doing this tomorrow morning, 8:30 Eastern. But as I said, that's a little up in the air. If I don't do it in the morning, I'll do it a little bit later in the day, like I did today, just to get it in there and get us back on track. Although next week is spring break, so we're going to have a break there anyways. Anyways, thanks for being here, and we will see you next time. Cheers. Adios.